That means we're ready? Okay. I didn't know you're from Haiti, by the way.
I am.
But you were born here.
I was born here.
Okay. Your mom and dad were born in Haiti?
Yes.
Okay. That's pretty cool. What?
This is exciting.
Now, Behind the Law with Justin Clark and Allie Mack on ESPN 580 Orlando.
And welcome to the program. It's another edition of Behind the Law right here on ESPN 580 Orlando. What's so funny, Brianna? You're laughing at me already, and we haven't even started the show, and you're already laughing at me. What did I do?
Turn my mic on. Maybe I can tell you.
Yeah, what did I do? What did I do wrong?
Well, one, you didn't start the clock.
Well, I started the clock when the music was playing.
Okay.
I mean, that's better than not starting it at all, like normal.
That is also true. But two,
Okay.
we started recording late.
Oh.
So I'm over here like, I'm about to leave, guys. And you guys can't. You're not starting the clock. You're not starting the record. Do I need to stay?
321-282-105. If you want to complain about OG Brianna, 321-282-1055. Welcome to the show. It's Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando. We follow live, local, loud every single weeknight. Good job, Nikki Football, tonight. A lot of sports news going on, but thank you for joining us. You can also watch the TV shows this weekend. Saturday, 12:30 p.m. It's You Have Real Estate with me, attorney Justin Clark, over on CBS Channel 6. And Sunday is this show, Behind the Law, but Behind the Law on television, 10 a.m., TV 27. If you're going to be away this weekend, just record it. We want the ratings, Brianna, at the end of the day, right?
Absolutely.
We want to be like the one weekend program that has good ratings. So, check us out. Why not?
Yeah.
But you can also watch this show, the radio show, every single weeknight if you follow at Behind the Law Radio on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, any social media platform. To my right, we have new Brianna. Hello, new Brianna. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Not so bad. I didn't know you're from Haiti, by the way. I didn't know you're Haitian.
I am Haitian. My parents are from Haiti.
So I've never told you about this at all, but I've always wanted to take a trip to Haiti. I've been to the DR a million times. So if you look at a map, the Dominican Republic and Haiti literally share an island, right?
They do. Mm-hmm.
And everyone, let's go to DR. DR is great. What a good time. But no one says, let's go to Haiti, right? Why is that?
True.
It's the same island. Why does no one want to go to Haiti? Anyone know?
I guess it's not a tourist area.
But why not? It's the same
anymore.
damn island.
They're missing out.
It is. It's the same island. Welcome to the show, by the way. Wendy Roundtree, you're going to join us. I know. Welcome. So you are also Haitian.
I am.
Were you born there, or
No, I was born in New York, but my family's from Haiti.
So Haiti, why do Americans not go there? What's the problem?
I know plenty of Americans that go.
Okay, but why isn't not let's go to Punta Cana? What, you know what I mean? Let's go to one of these all-inclusive resorts in Puerto Plata.
Not sure.
It's the same island. It's not that big of an island, really, either. I mean, I'm confused as to why people don't go to Haiti, but they go to the DR. Any idea?
Not sure.
Not sure. Mm-mm.
No?
I don't know. Maybe new Brianna and I need to work on that.
I think so.
Yeah,
we do.
we'll work on that.
Anyway, I would like to go. So we have a lot of cruise ships that go from Port Canaveral here down to the Bahamas and all these other. Dude, cruise ships go to Haiti.
They do.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
And what city? Where do they go?
Labadie, Haiti. I heard it's beautiful there. I've never been, but I do want to go one day.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, we're going to do the news. We'll also play Stump the Clarkie and a special interview today throughout the show with Wendy Roundtree of Jarrell Communications. Where'd you come up with that name?
Jarrell is actually my middle name. Oh. Yeah. So
Brilliant.
nothing spectacular there, but many people in my culture go by their middle names.
Yeah.
So when I was coming up with a name for the business, I wanted to pay homage to that.
Is that a Haitian thing?
Yes.
Really?
It is. Yeah.
Have I ever told you guys what my wife's real name is? Brianna, have I ever told you this?
No.
All right, you ready? And
what?
the reason why I sucked her in while she's even with me now is because I remembered her full name right away. Maria Del Pilar Piedrahita Valencia.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah,
That would do it.
She's Colombian, but I remembered it right away. It was fantastic. Anyway,
Whoa.
all right, what's going on in the news today, new Brianna?
All right, what is going on? So the PGA Championship began today, and Tiger Woods is trying to pursue another major. I'm still in awe that he actually won that title last month.
Do you guys remember where you were sitting at when you found out that his wife was chasing him through Windermere with a golf club?
Yes.
I know. I was in New York City actually at the time. I was like, we all just had a vision. Those of us who live in Orlando, like, I know that neighborhood. I can just see her right now chasing him through Windermere with a 9-iron.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm still in awe about last month's championship win. Did you see it?
Absolutely.
You did?
Well, the good thing about the Masters this past 4 weeks ago was because of the rain that they were expecting later in the day, we started at like 9 a.m. So I woke up that Sunday and watched the entire 18 holes, from my bedroom essentially.
Yeah, the beautiful thing is that many people doubted him. They didn't assume that he would ever come back, and then look, he had the greatest comeback in sports history.
Yeah,
one of them.
He's getting sued right now, pretty big time. Did you hear about that?
I did.
So he owns a restaurant in Jupiter. It's called The Woods. And one of their bartenders recently, unfortunately, passed away via automobile accident. It just so happens that he had been getting hammered after his shift at, you want to guess it? At The Woods.
The Woods.
Yeah.
Of course, yeah. That's crazy.
Sheesh. All right, in other news, so MegaCon began today at the Orlando Convention Center.
Woo!
Oh, jeez. This is like so annoying to me.
You going, Justin?
Of course not.
Like I like
MegaCon?
I like the Avengers, but I'm not gonna go dressing up as Captain America or Iron Man. Like that's just too much for me.
Yeah, all these like MegaCon things, they drive me nuts, to be honest. And I know we have a lot of guests on the show who are really into that stuff.
Yeah.
And I think OG Brianna, new Brianna, is actually kind of into it. She won't admit it.
No.
I'm not into it, but I've been to MegaCon. I know I've been to Comic-Con.
Okay. And
times.
why? So you can like pay $30 to get an autograph from like a Star Trek guy?
No.
Isn't that what happens at these things?
Well, yeah, but you can also get limited edition comic books there.
Oh,
so
thank God- thank
I
heavens.
wanted to complete a collection that I was working
Oh.
on that I actually ended up selling.
So annoying.
But yeah, so that was
It's
why
obnoxious.
I was there.
It's annoying. That is annoying.
It's almost as like a flower show or a bridal expo. Like you go if you have something of interest there, and if
Okay.
it's not for you, you pass on. it.
But your interest is comic books, really? Still?
It's a
Sci-fi.
it was a certain comic book line, and it wasn't like I was there last week, guys. It was
Okay, but let me
several
tell you
years
something.
ago. But yes,
If you were 62 years old and you were still like collecting comics because that it reminds you of your childhood, mad respect. You're 27. What 27-year-old really still collects comic books? Who does that?
how do you get to 62 without being 27?
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying.
I'm just saying that's how you build a collection. Is one by one. It's a piece at a time.
If you want to ask me, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't. What next story?
I'm just
Next story.
I'm
Oh,
just
clearly,
getting more and
I'm
more
just
annoyed.
saying.
The further along we get, I'm getting more annoyed. Go ahead.
All right, so Taco Bell. So they will be taking over a hotel in California for 3 nights. So they're going to have everything Taco Bell themed.
Okay.
Yes.
Room decor, pool floaties, the menu. Why? Why is that necessary?
I don't know.
Taco Bell
Please
hotel.
tell me why.
Look, if 7-Eleven can have a food app, well, anything's possible at this point.
Like I
Yeah.
can't recall the last time I even ate Taco Bell.
You know what's funny about Taco Bell is, speaking of Pilar again for the second time on the show today, she's doing the keto diet. You know what keto? Keto?
Keto.
K-E-T-O.
Keto.
And you know what one of the fast food restaurants they recommend going to is? Guess. Taco Bell.
Oh.
Yeah, there's like one dish on the menu that is very keto oriented.
Which do you know? Which
Yeah, I
dish?
don't know. No, I haven't gotten that far. But apparently Taco Bell's pretty good for
Does
keto
Pilar
diet.
eat Taco Bell?
She's threatening to.
Jeez.
Yeah.
If it helps you lose weight, but
Yeah, I don't know.
probably losing weight because it's coming back out.
321-282-1055 Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando. Justin Clark here with you. I have new Brianna to my right. OG Brianna is to my left. Anything else in the news tonight?
That is all.
Thank you very much. Joined today by a very special guest, Wendy Roundtree of Jarrell Communications PR, right?
Yes.
What is PR? Because we hear, we all go to TMZ.com or, we see people getting in trouble or whatever. What is public relations really? What is it?
Okay, so to your point, most of the time when people think of PR, they think of 2 things. They think of crisis and they think, I have a new product or service and I need help getting awareness for it. But really at the heart of public relations is building relationships. So whether that's the media, the community, your employees, PR practitioners really are trying to influence behavior, influence opinion, or drive your customers to action.
advertising is very expensive.
Yes.
Right? We do a lot of advertising here at my law firm, and maybe 20, 30, 40 grand a month just in TV advertising. But if you have something that's newsworthy or noteworthy, you're a small business owner, maybe you can get some free advertising by sending out a press release or something like that, as opposed to having to pay for this advertising, right? And if you're a small business owner and you're looking to maybe really make an impact in the community without spending tens of thousands of dollars advertising, maybe you do need to look into the public relations aspect of your advertising/marketing campaign. Let's figure out how to do that right on the other side of this break. Wendy Roundtree will join us. It's Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando. You guys ready?
Yes.
So when we get all new bumpers, are we going to get like new bumper music too?
Yeah, that's what I requested. That's what's taking so long. Is that like it's the copywriting process of the music.
All right.
That's what the money
Now back to Behind the Law with Justin Clark, right here on ESPN 580 Orlando.
Welcome back to the show. It is Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando. Justin Clark here with you as we are every single weeknight. We follow our boys, Nikki Football and the crew, live, local, loud. But thank you for spending some time with us as well. I know we don't do sports every night, but at least we talk about it a little bit, right, OG? I mean, we talk about sports a little bit.
That's just a bit.
But I would say if you really poll the sports stations throughout America, maybe this show talks sports less than any other sports station.
I would think so.
I don't know. And I'm a sports guy too, but I always find myself coming into this room as literally the only dude, as I am tonight.
Yes.
Speaking of tonight, we have a very special guest, Wendy Roundtree. She is the founder of Jarrell Communications. What do you guys do over there, Wendy? And welcome to the show, by the way.
Thank
what
you.
do you guys do?
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course.
So at Jarrell Communications, essentially what we do is we bridge the gap between an organization's story and their audience. And we do that in a number of different ways. PR obviously being one of them. And public relations can be media relations, social media strategy, speech writing, or even community relations. We also work with teams that may have a team in place to execute but need some assistance with the strategy. So we also develop communication plans for businesses.
So when I was a little bit younger, just started this firm maybe a decade ago, we didn't have a lot of money for advertising. And if we had a big case come in, what I found is reporters out on the street, especially the local news media, they're desperate for stories. I mean, all you have to do is call them, shoot them an email, figure out how to get them this good story. As long as it's something newsworthy, they will put you on the news, will they not?
If it's newsworthy.
Yeah.
That's a very important fact. And to your point, because social media continues to grow and it has kind of sped up PR, they're churning out stories hourly even. So if you have something that's newsworthy and it really is making an impact, then public relations is more cost effective than your advertising counterpart.
Because how much does it cost to send an email to one of the reporters here locally and say, "Oh, I have this great story," and then they put you on the news at 6 o'clock? What does that cost you?
It costs time.
Meh.
There obviously there is a value to it, but it is not as expensive as, say, for example, spending money on one billboard. Because who's to say that what will that billboard translate into, right? But if you have a story that speaks to your audience, speaks to your community, and is really making an impact, then PR or media relations could be a path for you.
So a decade ago, you would literally send out a fax to the news stations or whatever that said, press release or whatever on top and do. It would be the regular fax that PR people would send. That was very typical back then. And, you would hope you get a call from the ABC station or the NBC affiliate in town or whatever. News now is immediate.
Yep.
How has your job as a PR person over the last decade changed now that we have such immediacy when it comes to, you can just tweet at them, or, you just put it on Facebook? How has PR really changed over the last decade?
So I think the strategy behind whether or not you need a release is probably one of the number one things that have changed, right? Because it's immediate. If you need to announce something, maybe a pitch is more effective. Maybe just reaching out to the reporter on social is more effective. Maybe putting out a video is more effective. So it really is, it's up to the organization to really sit down and determine, what's going to get me my bang for my buck.
I think one of the biggest things as a society, really, we've seen over the last, 3 years now, is the White House has always been a place sort of off limits. We don't know what it's like living in the White House because that's where the president lives. Mm-hmm. But now we have a president who literally, immediately, can be sitting in his bedroom in the White House and hit 2 buttons, and now we get an immediate tweet, right? I mean, how in the world is that changing how we really digest the news?
I think it makes our role as PR practitioners even more important, kind of sitting down and counseling our clients when to post, how to post, the tone to use, because all of that impacts your business and how people receive what you're doing.
What do we do? I mean, so when it comes to PR, trying to build relationships with our potential customers or existing clients, whatever it is, I mean, how personal should we get? Should we be posting pictures of me and my 2 daughters, or should it be just professional me in the courtroom? I mean, what should we really do PR-wise when it comes to really reaching out to potential customers?
It really depends on who your audience is. So, when I'm working with a client or an organization, the tendency is to just want to implement tactics and just execute. But in order to be effective, you really need to be strategic in your approach. So doing the research to understand, well, does my audience even respond to dogs? Do they like dogs? I mean, I hope they do. Everyone loves puppies, right?
Yeah. And cats.
But it really depends on who your audience is.
I like cats. Why are you looking at me like that?
I
don't know, Justin.
I obviously like Brianna's too. We
You
have
have
two
two
of
of
them.
them.
I know. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I think I finished.
I'm sorry. I apologize for Brianna. She rudely interrupted you there. It's fine. You're listening to Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando. Wendy Roundtree joins us today. She's a PR expert. When I say expert, I mean expert. How can we use PR? Let's say that I'm a small business owner, new, right? Mm-hmm. I'm brand new. We have a little bit of funding, but we don't have a ton.
Yep.
I can't go spend $40,000 a month on advertising. How can I use PR to really help build up my business, build up my brand, and help me make money?
So, say for instance, you're an organization. To your point, you don't have the funding, right, to spend on advertising every single month. But maybe there is. Let's say you're a restaurant. So Orlando has a booming foodie community, right? Mm-hmm. And if there's an opportunity to take advantage of influencer marketing and reaching out to those individuals and getting them involved with your organization and kind of helping them tell your story. And so it's, you may spend X amount of money engaging them, but it's going to give you more on the back end for sure.
It's so annoying to me. It really is. It's obnoxious because we have people on the show all the time who are influencers on Instagram. But it's true. I mean, that is really how you build a business these days, right? I mean, I don't think we can hide behind it anymore. I mean, this is here to stay. Yeah. But having you on the show today has really made me think about social media and public relations and how they work together. Mm-hmm. And how they've sort of formed a line that's not really a line anymore at all. They actually work together, do they not?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, PR in general should be integrated with your social, with your marketing, with your advertising. It's like a basketball team. You mentioned that we don't talk about sports, so I'm going to insert basketball.
Oh, please. It's fine. ESPN 580 Orlando.
So each person on the team has a role, right? PR has its role. It's helping you build awareness, increase your credibility, gaining trust from your consumers. Marketing and advertising are dealing with sales. And so it's really important for all of those pieces to work together. PR can't succeed in a silo.
How controversial should I be? The $1 million question is always this. A lot of business owners will say, well, I'm not going to say I'm a Republican or a Democrat because I don't want to turn off half of my audience, Mm-hmm. But then again, to make a statement, you have to be somewhat controversial. At least it'll be a personality in some way. Right. John Morgan said it best recently. He doesn't care anymore. He's like, look, I have FU money. I'm going to say whatever in the world comes to my mind. I don't care. And he can do that now. But as someone who doesn't have FU money, how controversial can I be?
I think you can be as controversial as your audience will allow. So when you look at millennials and the generation that's coming after, they really do want to know where their brands stand on particular issues. So if you can take that risk and you have the money to back it up, then take it. But I wouldn't say just be controversial just for the sake of being controversial.
Some people come on the show and they'll say, look, hey, Justin, we're looking forward to coming on your show, but I don't want to talk politics or, I don't want to answer this question or that question. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I mean, it's fine. But do you think, as I sit here today, a radio guy, TV guy, lawyer in town, should I tell consumers who are listening to our content if I'm a Republican or a Democrat?
I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's necessary.
But should I not say it? Should I hide it? Or should I just be like out in the open?
I will say this. When it comes to any communication strategy that you have, I recommend people to be genuine and I recommend them to be authentic. And people will, if you hide it, if you lie about it, they're gonna know.
You think so?
Yeah.
How smart is the average consumer?
They're very smart.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because when I was in advertising school, they would say, "Oh, you got to talk to the LCD, lowest common denominator." They were trying to teach us when I was in school that the consumer is not smart. That you got to talk to the LCD of them. But are consumers actually getting smarter because of all of the information that's out there? You think?
I think that's one factor. Absolutely.
Wendy Roundtree is here. She is the owner and founder of Jarrell Communications. We're going to talk about how to get your business off the ground without spending $30,000 a month on television, advertising. Maybe you have a very good client coming in and you want to really impress them, or maybe you just want to get the word out about your business. We're going to tell you how to do that right on the other side of this break. Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando.
Check the clock, honey.
I did. I was a little long, right? Like 15 seconds. How long was it?
So in this part, we're muted, but the video still runs?
So on Facebook, we're still... Well,
Yeah. So they can still see us. They can still hear us. We're just not recording on the
Okay.
the radio show portion.
Nice.
so the radio show will run at 8 tonight, right?
You know exactly what you said.
What?
Texting while I see you.
Ah, good.
Yeah.
We
that's
tagged
so
her, I
funny.
hope, right? Do you guys know each other? Or?
Wendy. Not Wendy. Mary.
Yeah, we met through Mary.
Okay.
Mary and I used to work together. She's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I don't know how she did it.
I love the PR. I think PR is so good, man. And it really is. PR is social media now, too. I mean, it's the same thing.
PR is, it's storytelling. It's content. Content is king.
All right, you guys ready?
Yep.
Yes.
Now back to Behind the Law with Justin Clark, right here on ESPN 580 Orlando.
Welcome back to the show. It is Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando. Justin Clark here with you as we are every single weeknight, 8 o'clock p.m. If you would, watch the show at Behind the Law Radio, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, any social media platform. And also watch the TV shows this weekend and every single weekend, 12:30 p.m. on CBS, Local 6. It is You Have Real Estate with me, attorney Justin Clark. And Sunday morning, it is Behind the Law, 10 a.m. TV 27. OG Brianna is here to my left at the end of the table. Hello, OG.
Hello.
How are you?
Awesome.
New Brianna is here to my right. Always kind of blocked by the Apple computer.
I
But
am.
hey, what's up?
I'm doing
I feel
well.
like I never talk to you because we're so blocked by this huge computer.
That's true.
I can't see her at all. People are always like, why don't you talk to New Brianna? I'm like, well, I can't see her. What do you want me to do?
It's funny because they complained when the monitor was facing the other way. They're like, "Oh, we can't. You say she's a beautiful Brianna, but she's hidden behind the computer." So we change it
Oh,
now.
I see what happened.
This is what's happening.
So now you got yourself out at the front of the table where everyone can see you. If you go to Behind the Law Radio, I see what you've done now.
Well,
That's fine.
I
I'm good with
replaced
that.
myself.
I'm perfectly good with that. No problem. 321-282-1055. Wendy Roundtree is here, founder of Jarrell Communications. It's her middle name, by the way. Yes. Paying homage. How do you say it? Homage? How do I say that properly?
I just say homage.
Homage?
Yeah, paying
to
homage.
her Haitian roots, where everyone goes by their middle names. Is that what you're saying?
Most
do.
Most, yes.
When's the last time you've been in Haiti?
I think I was 5.
It's been that long?
It's been that long. I'm embarrassed to say that. Yeah,
You got to get back
I'm
down
overdue.
there. It was what, 2.5-hour flight? It's not that far
It's not
away.
bad at all. Yeah, no.
So we're about to play a game, right? And this
Okay.
game is called Stump the Clarkie, but don't worry. And
Okay.
we're playing against each other, but the Briannas here like to see people beat me. So they
Yeah.
like to come up with categories that you're going to know everything about, so you don't have
Okay.
to worry about it all. But you're a very special guest. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
We've been playing this game for, what, a year and a half now on these boards right here. You know, the little, what do you call it? Whiteboards? What do you call
Whiteboards.
these things?
Whiteboard.
Whiteboards. But now, because we've been doing this new TV show over at CBS, and I ordered these cards, it's kind of like guys, you can hear it. I know you can't see it if you're listening to me on the radio, but it's almost like if you're the host of Price is Right. You know, hey, come on
Yeah.
down. It's cards like that.
I was going to say Family Feud.
A Family Feud,
Yeah.
too. Yeah, so we got these cards for the other TV show, and it got me thinking, Brianna, we need to get cards like this for Behind the Law, right?
That's right.
And now this is the first time we've ever played Stump the Clarkie with a guest with these new cards. So
I feel so special.
So we will never forget you. That is for sure. Are you ready to play this game?
I am ready.
All right. New Brianna, are you ready?
I am.
Let's do this.
All right, and now it's time for Stop the Clarkie. Come on, Clarkie. We need you to get over here. We got some great trivia questions we want you to answer. Come on, Clarkie. Get over here.
Now, if you'd like, also, Wendy, OG Brianna will sign the card for you so you can keep her autograph. Because she's on.
It's not worth much.
What is the category today?
Okay, so today's trivia is all about communication strategies.
Shocker. What did I tell you, Wendy? What did I tell you? All right, let's get right into this. What is question number 1?
What percentage of communicators use email as a feedback channel?
All.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What do you mean? As a feedback channel? What does that mean?
To get feedback from their employees.
Not communication, it's a feedback channel. That changes the answer a little bit.
Okay. Can I say I don't like the question?
I mean, you
It's
can
not my
say
favorite
it, however,
question ever.
I understood what she meant.
You did?
Yeah.
But right away, or did it take you a minute to figure out really what she meant?
Well, no, I understood right away because I understood she didn't mean it as like a form of communication.
Question number 2.
What percentage of companies believe that technology is a barrier to successful internal communication? Did you get that, Justin?
Barrier. A barrier. Technology is what we have to do. Thank you, New Brianna. I like it when you talk back to me, actually.
Man, the
I
clapback is
do.
real in here. Oh God, poor Justin's. He's the only male. He's in the corner. There's no way you're getting out of here. Oh man, repeat the question, Brianna.
What percentage of companies believe that technology is a barrier to successful internal communication?
I mean, that should be 0, first
Yeah,
of all.
a barrier?
But I imagine it's going to be a higher number because she's asking the question. But it should be 0. Technology should be the...
In my
Yeah,
head,
the-
yeah,
the
in my
real
head it's
bridge.
at 0, but I know it has. Okay.
I'm actually going to lower my answer now.
Oh man.
But if I lose because I lowered it, I'm real pissed. Question 3.
What percentage of employees ignore their employer's emails?
Brianna, OG.
100%. Justin has a storm in my office. Did you see my email?
I think this is actually a lower percentage than you would think.
Yeah.
As a business owner, I'm hoping it's a fairly low percentage.
Got caught in my spam folder.
Look, I get a lot of email. I get about 400 emails a day.
You
And
do.
People come to me and they say, "Did you get my email?" And before I say yes, I think about it because normally I read like the first line. And if you send me a long email, I'm
He
done.
doesn't
I
read
am
them.
absolutely. I will read the first line and I'm done after that.
Typically, you need to put what you need to say in the email in the subject line for Justin.
Yeah, that's all I need. Yeah, give me, tell me what's really going on. I'll respond to you. If you send me a couple paragraphs,
Forget about it.
not happening.
It's not happening.
One final question. It's Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando. Justin Clark here. Wendy Roundtree is to my left, and both Briannas are in the room. Question 4.
What percentage of companies rely on annual employee surveys for feedback?
Annual employee surveys?
Yes.
Do we have an annual employee survey?
No, but can we create one?
No.
Can you be in charge of that? You need more stuff to do.
I do. Gonna make it handwritten.
All right, you guys ready to score this game or what? I don't know.
I'm nervous. I wish it
feel-
was multiple choice.
I feel like, I really feel like this could be one of my worst performances ever.
Yes.
But I could win the whole damn thing too. I'm
You
not
also-
sure.
You said that yesterday and you still won.
Oh, well, I am Justin Clark after all.
Oh, here we go.
All right, let's score this game. Brianna, what were the questions?
Question number 1. What percentage of communicators use email as a feedback channel?
Let's go to our very special guest, Wendy Roundtree. What do you have?
I said 95%.
95%. OG.
I said 90%.
I went way low. 40%.
Oh.
Whoa.
What is the right answer?
95%.
Boom.
Right on the money.
That is actually double points for our guest. Wendy Roundtree goes up 2-0. It's going to be tough to come back from that, especially you're a PR person, so you should know some of this. Question 2. Look, I'm going to go ahead and take defeat right now. It's fine. I feel terrible about this game.
Fall on your sword, Justin.
Question 2.
What percentage of companies believe that technology is a barrier to successful internal communication?
OG Brianna?
I said 60%.
I think that's way too high. I went with 30%. Wendy, what do you have?
I went with 25%.
Oh, wow.
New Brianna, what is the right answer?
61%.
Really?
Jeez.
I put
Shit, I'm
50, and then I
terrible.
went up for that.
I went
me.
with 60 and erased it and went with 30.
They prefer verbal communication. That's what I read. Yep.
Do you guys want to quit? Or do you want to start over?
Quit and do what?
I don't know, something else. We can talk about whatever you want.
Something else.
Fine. Question 3.
What percentage of employees ignore their employers' emails?
OG,
25%.
I went with 15%. Wendy Roundtree, what do you have?
Wow, I went with 60%.
60?
Yeah.
That's messed up, bro.
Awesome.
What is the right answer?
30%.
30%. Who wins that one? I don't even know. OG. Oh my gosh.
I wanted to go way higher, but
Have I ever been skunked before? Because that's about to happen.
John Hughes,
He skunked me.
Track Shack.
So, look, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to question 4, and only one time in the history of this program have I ever not gotten one question right.
And I'm tied up with Wendy.
So,
That's exciting.
I don't look. I just
no
need to win
pressure.
this one, please. I mean, just getting this one right will be a win for me. All right, question 4, New Brianna. What was it?
What percentage of companies rely on annual employee surveys for feedback?
Let's go back to Wendy Roundtree. Wendy, please miss this one.
70%.
70.
Oh, wow.
OG.
75.
75. Justin Clark went with probably too low, 28%. 28%. What is the right answer?
I'm sorry, Justin. It's 70%.
Double yes.
I just got skunked.
She got 4 points.
I just got skunked and I don't like it. Congratulations, Wendy Roundtree.
Thank you. Woo.
I hope you enjoy
Pressure.
this appearance on the program because it's the last time we'll ever have you again. I'm just kidding. All right, thank you for joining us for Something Clarky. One more segment ahead about how to get your business ahead without having to spend a ton of money on advertising. Right on the other side of this break, it is Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando.
Okay, folks, thank you so much for being with us. Clarky, let's get out of here, buddy. My stomach thinks my throat's cut. I'm starving.
That was fun.
It's always fun when you win. Winning is
I just got skunked.
man. He normally comes in. He's like, "Oh, I'm not gonna win. I don't like these, these questions." And then he kills everyone in the room. He's like, "It's okay, I guess really well."
That
But
one,
today,
I didn't have a good feeling about that one at all.
wow,
The second one surprised me. That it was.
that was.
What was it?
Let me go back to it. Oh, technology
ready?
as a barrier.
Yeah. Yeah. That confused me.
I was about to say 12%, and then I was like, let me just go on the fence to 50. Then I went up to 60.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Now back to Behind the Law with Justin Clark, right here on ESPN 580 Orlando.
One final segment ahead of Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando. Thank you for joining me, Justin Clark, every single weeknight on our favorite sports radio station, TV shows this weekend. It's You Have Real Estate, it's Behind the Law on television. And also, look, you can watch this show on social media at Behind the Law Radio, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. What's the best place? YouTube?
LinkedIn, Twitch. I mean, pick one.
I don't even know what Twitch is. I'm
Spin a
on
bottle.
Twitch now. I don't even know what Twitch is.
We're on Twitch.
What is that?
It's, you know what? No, we already got into the argument about MegaCon. I'm not even going to talk about Twitch. I'm not talking about Twitch. It's for gamers.
It's for gamers?
It's
Oh,
like
great.
the gaming version of YouTube.
So
Moving on.
what? Should I tailor the conversation of this program to gamers?
Just
I don't even know
keep
what to
doing
talk
what
to them
you're
about.
just keep doing what you're doing because we already have an audience on Twitch.
Okay, we do.
Yeah, I mean, probably
So,
not after this MegaCon
hi-
conversation, but
So,
you know.
hello, Twitchers. Let me tell you
Whoa.
something. I love Legend of Zelda as much as you do. Right? Is that Zelda?
Zelda.
You remember Zelda?
Is that
You
still
remember
a
Ze-
thing?
Yeah, it's
I don't
like Nintendo.
Legend of Zelda, yeah, Link.
Okay. So what else is like something dorky that I could get into to make Twitchers like me? Seriously.
Probably not calling them dorks.
Well, I'm not-
Let's start with that. You know, just the optics isn't really good with that.
I love Star Trek. Don't you? Brianna, who's your favorite person on
It's
Star
actually
Trek?
it's Star Trek.
Star Trek?
That's an
What,
E.
dude? Seriously?
I'm just saying it's an E. It's Star Trek.
Wendy Roundtree is here, founder of Jarrell Communications. She is your PR expert. Starting a new business. I don't have 100,000. I don't have $1 million. I don't have 500,000 seed money. Is there a way to really get my business out there into the vernacular of the local community without spending a ton of money on advertising?
Absolutely.
What should I do?
I think before you even think about reaching out to your audience, you need to spend some time determining what your story is and what your content is. And then whatever that is, then putting a strategy behind either working with the media, working with community. Social media is extremely cost effective for small businesses. But again, it goes back to the content. Content is king.
But that's not that easy. It's not so easy to figure out what my story is. I mean, how do I really look in the mirror and figure out what my story is? What is my statement to the community? How do I figure that out?
So I think you need to ask yourself a few questions. You know, what problem am I solving? What pain point does my audience have? What do they need? And I think once you answer those questions, then you'll figure out exactly your value to your audience.
If I am looking to hire a PR person, first of all, I highly recommend Wendy. She's fantastic.
Thank you.
But how do I reach out to you to have you come in and tell me what your thoughts are about my business?
So they can email me at wendy@jarrellcommunications.com. I'm also getting ready to host a workshop on Saturday, June 8th for small business owners and entrepreneurs just to educate them on public relations. So we'll talk about the art of storytelling. We'll talk about PR versus marketing just so they can have a handle on it and so that they can be successful.
How does it work? I'm a business owner. I reach out to Wendy Roundtree. You come in to my office. What happens next?
Then we talk about what your problem is and what you're hoping to accomplish, who you're trying to reach. Then most likely I will work and put together a proposal, and then we'll go from there.
But what do you do? I mean, are you reaching out to news stations to like get my message out? Or are you sending tweets? I mean, what do you guys really do over there?
So it depends on the client, but yes. So it can be reaching out to media, reaching out to TV, papers, the radio stations, podcasts like yourself. It could also mean taking over a client's social media and managing it from content creation to posting and monitoring each day. It can be working on a particular, just an event focused. You may have a new product or service launching and you need some support around theirs. And it's also content writing. So if you just need help with, speeches, then we can come in and help with that as well.
I can't figure out where the line is now between a social media expert, someone who you hire to do your social media, versus a PR expert now. I mean, is there a line? Is there a difference anymore?
I think the lines are continuing to be blurred. Obviously, you have folks that have an expertise in certain areas. Thankfully, in my career, I've been afforded the opportunity to work in a variety of roles in communication. So I've done media, I've done website, I've done social, done email marketing. So I've kind of been able to build those skills as a all-around PR practitioner.
It's Behind the Law, ESPN 580 Orlando. Justin Clark here, talking to Wendy Roundtree, founder of Jarrell Communications. So, you had a job before, 2 years ago, whatever. You were working for the man, essentially. But now, the woman, the man. I'm not trying to look. The last thing in the world I'm going to do in this room is say anything, sexist, okay? Because I'm the only dude here. So you're working for the woman 2 years ago. And then at some point you decide you're gonna go out on your own. It's a huge step, obviously. Yes. There's no more paycheck coming in. You have to really eat what you kill, so to speak. Mm-hmm. Where were you sitting when you decided I'm going to go from working for the woman to starting my own thing?
Where was I sitting? I might have been sitting in my car.
Yeah?
Yeah, on my way home. And
what convinced you to do it?
It's something I've always wanted to do, and that desire just kept growing and growing. And, I decided if I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it now.
Who's your support system? Who did you talk to about it?
My husband, my mother, my girlfriends. I still talk to them every single day. I'm texting them ideas, and they're helping me with my workshop. And so I'm thankful to have a community, and even within the Orlando community. So I sit on the board for PRSA Orlando, which is Public Relations Society of America, and we have just a vibrant community of independent practitioners in town, and they've been extremely supportive too.
What did hubby say?
At first he said, "Are you sure?" But then I said, "Yeah, I think this is the right time." Right. And I mean, since starting the business, thankfully, I've been busy in a good way, and so he's just extremely proud.
Are you happy you did it?
I'm very happy I did it.
What are the biggest challenges about running your own PR agency?
Nothing happens unless you make it happen. So to your point, everything that you want to accomplish, you have to do it. And then two, the admin, so the accounting, just everything that it takes to run a business. You had to learn QuickBooks. Right. I get it.
Very quick, I understand 100%. Yeah. It's real easy, when you work for someone, you get the W-2.
Yep.
And February 1st, you're so excited to file your tax returns because you're going to get a refund. Uh-huh. Now when you start your own business, you're like, well, October 15th is my tax deadline, number one. Right. And number two is like, I don't even have an Excel spreadsheet of my expenses here. It is huge. I mean, it's a huge thing for new business owners to learn. You need to go from day one having a plan for your QuickBooks, or you need to have an accountant or a bookkeeper or whatever. Because if not, you're gonna lag behind, and you're gonna spend so much time stressing about the taxes and these things, and you really should be focusing on growing your business. Right. Do you run it out of home, or do you have an office? What do you do?
I do run it out of home.
Yep. What's the best way for you to find new clients? How are you finding new clients?
Right now, thankfully, my network has been just referring clients to me. So for this season, that's been working extremely well.
A lot of people think PR is just like, you go get a DUI or whatever, and you got to really save yourself. Right? They think that's PR, or all this domestic violence in sports now and that sort of thing. That's PR, is saving face, so to speak. Right. But PR is way more than that, isn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. PR is about the long game. It's working and building that trust with your audience before a crisis or an issue happens.
Do you deal with any crisis PR at all, or no?
I deal with some issues management, but not necessarily things on the crisis level.
What do you do? When the proverbial whatever hits the fan, so to speak? I mean, what can you do to really save your credibility?
You have to be honest first. I think if you're an organization and you run into an issue or a crisis and you try to lie, and then you try to take back that lie, then it's not the right move. So I think being authentic and being honest is number one.
How honest can you be out there in public? How honest should someone be?
As honest as your legal team will allow you to be.
Really?
That's a good answer.
Do people forgive and forget? Does the general public forgive and forget?
I think they can, and I think they do. I mean, earlier we were talking about Tiger Woods. I think for the most part, a lot of people have forgiven him. So,
Yeah. Wendy, tell us about maybe some of those high points in the career. You know, when did you know that, you know, it wasn't just you stepping out of the boat and it really turned into, wow, I'm really doing this.
ooh, oh, gosh. I think anytime I work with an organization and the plan that we set forth, we're able to see it actually come to fruition is a high point for me.
Yeah.
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 If you are a business owner and you really want to get your business off the ground without spending $100,000 a month in advertising, I want you to reach out to our good friend Wendy Roundtree. How do we find you?
You can find me on my website. It's www.jarrellcommunications.com. You can also email me at wendy@jarrellcommunications.com. And we're also on Facebook. And later this afternoon, I'll be posting information about the workshop.
We have a lot of guests on the show, and sometimes it goes well, sometimes not. I really enjoyed today.
Oh, thank you.
I think you did a great job. I think you did a great job, and I think the information was fantastic. I really think if you're a business owner, you need to look into PR. Really, PR can take your business to the next level. Wendy, thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
OG Brianna, good to see you. New Brianna, I don't know much, but I do know one little thing.
What's that?
I'm going to see you right back here tomorrow night on our favorite sports radio station, ESPN 580 Orlando.